You know, deep inside your gut, there's this incredible housekeeping service that's always at work, even when you have no idea it's there. Seriously, right now, it's sweeping and scrubbing, keeping your entire digestive system running smoothly. So let's pull back the curtain and see how it all works.
We've all been there, right? You're in a quiet meeting or just sitting on the couch, and suddenly your stomach starts to, well, it starts to talk. We usually just laugh it off and say, "Guess I'm hungry." But it turns out there's a much more interesting story behind that sound.
That rumbling isn't just your stomach demanding a snack. More often than not, it's the sound of a powerful process called the Migrating Motor Complex, or MMC for short. Think of it as your gut's built-in housekeeper, a system that automatically cleans your digestive tract, but only during its off hours.
So when does this amazing housekeeper actually clock in? Well, the timing is everything, and it all goes down in those quiet moments between your meals.
And this is the key thing to remember. This cleaning crew only shows up when you're fasting. Its whole job is designed to happen in the downtime, after the big job of digesting your food is already done.
Let's just picture how this fits into a regular day. Say you eat breakfast. The cleaning process just politely pauses. Digestion is the priority. But then, a few hours later, once things have quieted down, the housekeeper gets right back to work, cleaning everything up until your next meal.
And this is not a random cleanup. Not at all. It's a super organized, repeating cycle. For us humans, one full sweep of this migrating motor complex takes about 90 to 120 minutes. Then it starts all over again, and it'll just keep going until you eat.
So how exactly does this housekeeper do its job? Well, it's not a chaotic scrubbing. It follows a very specific 4-step cycle, kind of like a dishwasher, you know? It has a pre-rinse, a main wash, and a final rinse.
And you know, this whole housekeeper thing isn't just a cute metaphor I'm using. It's literally how scientists describe it. The MMC's main purpose is to create these powerful wave-like muscle contractions that just push everything forward, sweeping the whole system clean.
So here's how that cycle actually plays out. It all starts with a long, quiet rest period. Then you get some gentle, intermittent stirring. But the main event, the real star of the show, is phase 3, a short but super intense power sweep with strong rhythmic contractions. That's the real muscle of the operation. And after that, it just winds down for a bit before the whole cycle starts over.
Okay, so our gut has this powerful automatic sweeping system. But why? Why is it so important? What is it even cleaning? And what happens if that cleaning job doesn't get done right?
This process is incredibly thorough. I mean, the MMC sweeps out everything that gets left behind after digestion is over. We're talking tiny bits of undigested food, fiber, old cells from the intestinal lining, extra digestive fluids, and, this is a big one, bacteria.
You can really feel the difference when the MMC is working well. When it's efficient, your digestion just feels smooth and balanced. But if that rhythm gets disrupted, you might start to feel that lingering fullness or just kind of sluggish. It can also create an environment where bacteria that are supposed to keep moving along decide to stick around.
This is so critical, in fact, that scientists consider the MMC to be the body's #1 defense against a condition known as small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO. By constantly sweeping bacteria down toward the large intestine, it keeps their numbers from getting out of hand in the small intestine, where they don't belong in large amounts.
So what could possibly stop this vital cleaning process? It's really useful to understand what can put the housekeeper on pause, both as a totally normal part of its job and maybe due to some other factors.
All right, so the most common reason the MMC stops is not a problem at all. It's actually a completely normal built-in feature. The housekeeper is smart. It knows exactly when to step aside for a more urgent task.
And that reason is simply food. The second you start to eat, the cleaning cycle immediately halts. Your gut is intelligent enough to switch its priority from cleaning mode over to digestive mode to take care of the new food that just arrived.
Now, besides a full meal, a few other things can sometimes get in the way of this rhythm. For example, frequent snacking can mean the gut just doesn't get that clear 90-minute window it needs to run a full cleaning cycle. Research also points to high levels of stress being able to slow it down, as well as certain illnesses that affect how the gut moves.
Okay, let's bring all this back to you. Now that you know about this hidden rhythm inside you, what does it actually feel like? What are the signs that this housekeeper is hard at work in your own body?
By sort of connecting these big ideas to your own body's sensations, you can get a whole new appreciation for what's happening automatically. So what should you be listening for?
And here we are full circle.
That stomach growl we talked about way back at the beginning, that is very often the actual sound of that intense Phase 3 power sweep. It's the most forceful part of the cycle, and it's literally the sound of housekeeping in progress.
On the flip side, if the MMC's rhythm isn't as efficient as it could be, you might notice a few things. And this isn't about diagnosing anything, it's just about observation. You might feel bloated, or have a sense that your digestion is just slow, or maybe that feeling of being uncomfortably full for way too long after you've eaten.
So to wrap it all up, the Migrating Motor Complex is your gut's essential, non-negotiable maintenance crew. It works quietly and automatically, behind the scenes, always between your meals, just to keep your digestive system clean, balanced, and ready for whatever comes next.
It's pretty amazing when you think about the body's incredible intelligence, and it kind of leaves you with one last thought. Beyond this, what other amazing, invisible, and totally automatic processes are working inside of you right this second, just keeping you healthy without you ever knowing?
This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice.